Blanched salad is one of my favorite macrobiotic dishes. I know it sounds boring, maybe because the word blanch is too close to bland or bleaching, but believe me, it is anything but. Blanching vegetables gives them a dynamic energy that is surprisingly energizing and tasty. A blanched salad is refreshing and it's a great way to start your day. The Center for Disease Control recommends eating 2 to 3 cups of vegetables daily. Having a blanched salad in the morning or for lunch is a delicious and easy way to get a good portion of those vegetables. Many people aren't wild about vegetables because their experience has been limited to having them overboiled, steamed, or worse, frozen or canned. This is so sad. Blanched veggies are a good way to keep your body hydrated, and the light, quick style of cooking makes their vitamins and minerals more bioavailable. I think once you start blanching your vegetables, you will be hooked. You'll need some utensils to make a blanched salad: a bamboo mat, a medium-sized saucepan, a skimmer for removing the vegetables from the pan, and because of the angle, the skimmer is better than a slotted spoon. The skimmer is available in many Asian cookware stores, but if you don't have one yet, a slotted spoon will do in a pinch. And of course, a sharp knife. Be sure to check out my YouTube video on knife sharpening. You'll also need a cutting board. Now for the vegetables. Fresh is best, organic if you can get it. I try to use a variety of different types and also vary the combinations from day to day. You'll also need some sea salt. In macrobiotics, we divide vegetables into 3 main categories. The categories mostly depend on how they grow. Each of the 3 categories gives you a different energy. Category 1 is upward growing leafy greens. Some examples of vegetables in this category are kale, broccoli, collard greens, bok choy, scallions, napa cabbage, greens such as turnip, mustard, and daikon. Upward growing leafy greens give you a light, expansive energy. Category 2 includes round vegetables that grow at or near the surface of the soil. Examples: all types of winter squash, onions, head cabbage, rutabaga, turnips, and radishes. The round vegetables give you a calm, centered energy. The third category is root vegetables that grow downward, like carrots. Some examples are carrots, parsnip, daikon radish, and burdock root. The root vegetables are considered very strengthening and provide endurance. So let's get started. First up, fill a saucepan with water, about halfway full. Place it on the burner and add a few grains of sea salt to the water. Turn the heat to medium-high. While the water is coming to a boil, wash and cut the vegetables. Wash the leafy greens and then remove the stems from the leafy greens and slice them into thin diagonals. Then slice the leaves into pieces about 1 inch by 2 inches. Put these on a plate and move on to the next vegetable. Today I'm using scallions. In macrobiotics, we try to use the whole vegetable whenever possible. So, carefully wash the scallion, paying particular attention to the scallion roots. When the scallion is thoroughly washed, finally chop the roots, then chop the rest of the scallion and put them on the plate. Head cabbage is delicious in blanched salad because it gets very sweet. So chop off a section and thinly slice or dice and add to the plate. For color, I often add radishes. Cut them into thin matchsticks. Be sure to check out my YouTube video on cutting radishes if you need help cutting. And for a vegetable from the third category, I'll add matchsticked carrots. When cutting the vegetables for blanched salad, cut them thin. They're only going to be in the water for a few seconds. If the pieces are too big and/or thick, they'll take too long to cook. While you've been chopping the vegetables, the water should have come to a boil. Blanch each vegetable separately. Begin with the most mild. You'll want to finish with the strongest vegetable or the one most likely to color the water. Begin with the greens. Put in the stems from the kale first. The water may stop boiling when you drop in the vegetables, but that's okay. As soon as the vegetables get brightly colored, lift them out with the skimmer. This should be 10 seconds or less. Put the freshly blanched vegetables onto a plate. When the water is boiling again, add the next vegetable. Keep repeating this process until all the vegetables have been cooked. Blanch the carrots last. If you were to cook them first, their orange color would have colored all the other vegetables. Note, it's best to place the cooked vegetables on a plate instead of piling them on top of each other as they come out of the pot. This allows them to cool and it preserves their fresh color. There's no need to rinse them under cool water. That just washes away some of the flavor. Now that you have the blanched vegetables on a plate, cover them with a bamboo mat. If there's water on the plate, drain it off by holding the mat against the vegetables with one hand to keep them from sliding off as you tip the plate. When the vegetables have cooled, mix them together in a bowl. Here's a tip. I make a little extra blanched vegetables in the morning. I hold out some before I dress the salad, and I save this portion for eating later in the day. Sometimes I toss them into a pasta dish later in the day, or I use them in nori rolls. If you're wondering what nori rolls are, or how to make them, check out my YouTube video. A blanched salad does not require a dressing, but a few drops of brown rice vinegar or lemon juice really enhances it. It's also nice to sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds on top just before serving. And save the vegetable broth. It's pleasant to drink like tea, or it can be a great base for soups. Enjoy, hope that helps.